Hello, in front of me I have SONY Xperia Pro-I, and I'm gonna show you how to enable and how to disable the Do Not Disturb mode on this device. First, we need to open a quick panel. To do it, simply swipe downwards from the top of the screen. Oh, my bad. Swipe downwards from the top of the screen twice. 1, 2. And once you open the quick panel, you should see the Do Not Disturb mode icon. To enable the mode, you can simply tap on this icon, and now the Do Not Disturb mode is enabled. You can also tell by this icon right here on the top of the phone, or on the top of the screen rather, and also the Do Not Disturb mode icon will turn blue. And to disable the mode, simply open the quick panel again and tap on the icon again, like this. You can also press and hold on this icon to open the Do Not Disturb mode settings, and here we can couple of options. First, we have the Turn On Now button. If you tap on it, you will enable the Do Not Disturb mode, and if you tap on it again, you will disable it. So if you tap on Turn On Now, you will enable it, and if you tap on Turn Off Now, you will disable it. Then we have category called What Can Interrupt Do Not Disturb, and here we have different options like people, apps, alarms, and other interruptions. If you tap on people, here we can customize something. We have conversation that can interrupt. If you tap on conversations, you can select all conversations, priority conversations, on none. You can select one of the options. And you can also tap on the settings icon next to one to customize it. And here you can basically customize which conversations will be allowed to interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode. So if the Do Not Disturb mode is enabled, the sound notification will go through. Okay. Next we have calls, and here we can select from who the calls will interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode. So you can select Start Contacts. So if you have some contacts as the favorites, Start Contacts, they will be able to interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode. So you will receive the notification when they're calling you. And next we have contacts, and if you select the contacts option, all people from your contacts list will be able to interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode. Next option is anyone, so if you select this option, it will allow anyone to interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode, and none will completely allow nobody to interrupt it. And at the bottom we have option allow repeat callers, and we can enable it or disable it. So this option, what it does is, if the same person calls you more than once within 15-minute period, the notification will go through basically. So if you enable this option, if you keep it disabled, it won't. Okay, I'm gonna select from contacts and go back. Next we have messages, and this is the same, but for messages. So messages from Start Contacts, contacts, anyone or none, you can select the option. Now let's go back to the Do Not Disturb mode settings, and below people we have apps, and we can tap on apps, and here we can add applications basically which will be able to interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode. And you can tap on Add App and select the app from the list. For example, I'm gonna select YouTube, and I'm gonna tap on switch next to allow notifications, go back, and now the YouTube will be on the list. This means that it will be able to ignore or interrupt the Do Not Disturb mode and send the sound notification. Okay, next we have alarms and other interruptions, and here we can enable different features like alarms, media sounds, touch sounds, reminders, and calendar events by tapping on the switch next to them. Okay, next category we have is schedules, and we can tap on it, and here we have basically the schedules for our Do Not Disturb mode. So when the Do Not Disturb mode should turn on automatically and turn off automatically. And we can turn on the pre-existing ones. We have sleeping event, and also we can add our schedule. So we can tap on Add More, select the type, for example time, enter the name, then tap Add, and here we can edit the schedule. We can enable it or disable it, we can tap on days, and here we can select on which days the schedule will be active, and we can check them all or uncheck them all, or only check a couple of days. For example, I'm gonna check Wednesday and Thursday, then tap done. Next we have start time. This is the hour on which the do not disturb mode will be turning on, and I'm gonna set it to something like 10:30, for example. To set it, basically, you can tap on the hour or press and hold on the blue circle and drag it around the clock face. And once you set the hour, you can release it. It should jump 2 minutes, but if it won't, you can simply tap right here to switch between hours and minutes. Now let's tap on 30, like that, and tap OK. So now my do not disturb mode will be turning on at 10:30 p.m. Now let's tap on end time, and this is the hour on which it's gonna be turning off. I'm gonna set it to something like 6:30, and then tap OK. Okay, so it's gonna be turning off at 6:30 a.m. And another option we have is alarm can override end time. So if you enable this option and the alarm rings during the schedule, it will basically override the end time and it will disable the do not disturb mode. Excuse me. And last option is do not disturb mode behavior, and we can tap on it, and here we can select use default settings or create custom settings for this schedule, and you can tap on it and customize some settings. This is basically, as you can see, the settings for all the settings we had before, but we can customize them for this specific schedule. Okay. And once you're done, you can go back, and here we have our schedule. We can enable it or disable it. If you want to remove it, you can tap on the settings, tap on delete, and tap on delete. If you want to edit a schedule, simply tap on one. Oh no, my bad. Tap on the settings icon next to one, and you can edit it. Okay, so let's go back to the do not disturb mode settings. We can also tap on advanced, and here we have 2 more options. A duration for quick settings. We can tap on it, and here we have basically 3 options rather, until you turn it off for 1 hour and ask every time. This feature allows you to basically select for how long the do not disturb mode will be enabled. And first default option is until you turn it off, so it's gonna be enabled until you turn it off. Next we have for 1 hour, and you can select this option, and here you can add more or subtract the hours rather. And last option is ask every time. So if you select this option and you will try to turn on the do not disturb mode, it will ask you every time for how long it should be enabled. And last option is display options for hidden notifications, and here you can select one of the 3 options. No sounds from notifications, no visuals or sounds from notifications, and custom. And if you tap on custom, you can customize the settings by checking the boxes. Okay, and that's about all. That's how you enable and disable the do not disturb mode on this device. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel and leaving the like on the video.